All right. What I have done is I have grabbed all of the slow magnitude nodes on weapon 1 and none of them on weapon 2. I want to test Apex of the moment with 72% slow magnitude. I'm pretty sure that's the maximum amount of magnitude in the game. We have slow magnitude here. We have a block of 3 here. We have 1 on my passive node. We have 2 here for another 10%. We got a 4% right there. And then we got this block of 25. Pretty sure it makes 72 slow magnitude. I am not going to count on camera because then you will all know what you already know, and that is that I am a full-bred, inbred retard. So we have this little victim, this little doggy dog, this little, I'm going to call him Snooper Duper, and he's just kind of eating my nut, right? So I'm going to switch this weapon, and we're going to start with the slow. I have my boots off too, so I'm even slower. And we're just going to kind of run around. Wish I had a hut to run around. We can see him tailing me. Now let us weapon. Oh, I know what I can do. I can see how many times I loop around this little zone here before I lap him. Okay. I need him to not attack at me. Oh, it looks like I can't even lap him. Alright, now let's switch the weapons. There's definitely a difference. And it seems pretty large. I don't know if it's 72%, but it's definitely more than 0%. Come on, buddy. Switch the weapon, leave him in the dust, put it back. Using the mace, no slowdown magnifier, slowdown magnifier. So it definitely works with Apex of the moment. And we can get cray-cray. We can get a little blasphemous here and put this bad boy on. So now this dog, this Snoopy Doopy dog, is basically the slowest thing on the planet. And in fact, if we go even hammer and we get rid of, no, not that button at all. If we get rid of that and we hit this son of a bitch with just a straight up temporal chains. I don't even have the magnifier on it. Let's put temporal chains here. Boom. Get cursed. Oh, he is barely even alive. He is barely even alive. I feel I need the curse magnifier. I might as well test that other part too. Where is my stash? Here it is. Gym. Let's go. Let's get 2 support gems. 1, 2. Do I need to use one of these? Maybe. I do not. And get that temp chains. And let's add in magnified effect. And is that all we got? No. And let's hit one of these. Temporal chains. Heightened curse, that's what I'm looking for. So now the curse is heightened. If we look at it, it should be slowing enemies down by 51%. And I think I have some nodes left. Skill 1. Let's where's my hooded bromance? Hooded bromance, there you are. Refund passives. I think these are here. Weapon 1. And let's put this guy on. Oh, let's get even crazier. Let's keep refunding these. This is going to be an expensive test here. Refund, refund. Refund, refund, refund. No, refund. Oh, I couldn't refund because it's so hard to see. These should be really brightly highlighted, not this dull ass color. My old ass can't even tell. Okay, I have 19 skill points, whatever. I no longer care about switching between the two. We saw that it worked. I'm gonna get some curse effect. Curse duration. Another 10% curse effect right here. We got curse effect over here. 3%. Nah, I could go I might as well. I mean, what's the point of doing the test if you're not going to test it hard? We got an extra 3, 6, 9. There, now I am going to curse the shit out of that dog. And let's see if that dog can still exist. Look at this dog. Look at this dog. Hey, what's up, brah? Oh, he's having some issues. You having some here we go. We gotta zoom in on this dog here. What are you doing, dog? Oh, boop. Oh man, you are having some issues. Look how slow you going. You okay, buddy? You okay? You wanna tap me? You wanna tap me? You wanna hit me? You wanna make out? Ooh, doggy smoochies. Get fucking wrecked. Maximum slowdown. Here, let's see what temporal chains is. It still says 51. It doesn't really... Slow is hard. There's no spot that says like how much I'm slowing. I looked around. There is 0. I need POB, man. I need some fucking POB. I need some POB. Yeah, there's nothing to indicate that I'm slowing a bitch down. And it's not saying how much I'm slowing a bitch down. Let's slow down. That dog just like Control-Alt-Deletes when I slow him down. So let's slow down more people. Do they all... Did I just break the game? I swear to God, they did not test this game at all. Alright, let's go in a map and test this out. Because I imagine that, you know, they have reduced impact in maps. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Actually, I want to try it in Blasphemy real quick. There's one more thing I wanted to test with my little dog here. And that was... Because when you run it with Blasphemy, it turns it into an aura, right? Socketed cursed skills apply in an aura around you. I don't know if this means that they are no longer curses or if they are curse auras. Because it says buff and then curse, I'm guessing they are curse auras. So both the curse and the aura apply. So if I get curse magnitude, it increases the slow. And that's what I'm gonna test. So this dog is barely able to move. So let's put this magnitude on. Magnitude for the range. And then let's do increased curse support. Yeah, I'm not sure that I can tell on that. Slow inflicted 51%. And I put that in and it just... Here, maybe it'll be in this curses section. God, this is so awkward for me to do. Because it's Alt, not Control. That's why it's awkward for me to do. Alright, curse. 42% less effect of curse. But I really don't think that this works anymore. Hold on. Bite. 1, 2, 3. Bite. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it works. Increase effect of curse support. So that means that if I really wanted to go ham, I should be able to grab... I'm all out of points. I should be able to grab these aura effects, and it should slow them down more. So I'm going to go grab those and see if we can slow this dog down more from the Blasphemy aura. The hooded one. refund all of my passives. That should be enough. Oh, I did not save up enough gold for this. I saved up like 500,000 to do this experiment, and it's gonna cost more than 500,000. Okay. Oh, actually, I should have waited, and because I can apply those outside. Okay. Bite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it applies. I think it applies now that it's an aura. Okay. That dude is slowed. He is really slowed. Really slowed. Look at that. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. You were a great test subject. Now let's wait while this loads. 1, 2, 2 seconds. That's 2 seconds too long. I would rather this just be a white sheet. I'd rather this be a white sheet. We don't need all this graphics. Yeah, it's cool looking for the first few times. But after, whoa, look at that. Look at the color of this. Well, that's weird. But after, you know, using it for a few times, you're going to want it white. And you're going to want, not that white is right. I'm not going there, guys. Come on now. That's not what I said. I mean, it's true, but it's not what I said. We got 1T13. Well, let's use that. And we got a boss. We got a boss. We need you. Oh, that's too nice of a map. Is there any that I died on that have nothing? Look at you. Creek attempted. I died on this. What am I, a loser? So let's just do this loser creek. Let's take a look at what this slow does in a T13 map. If this is hot, I'm gonna have some ideas. Oh yeah. Oh damn, boy. Damn, boy, he thick. So the build, what I would do with this kind of a build, in Diablo 3, when it first launched, before Reaper of Souls, the way to farm the game was you would group up enemies, and then you would go in there and you would hit them with the barbarian's rend and the monk's bell, and you would just fuck shit up. But we don't have that. So for here, you can pack them together and then hit them with the hammer. I feel like the hammer doesn't work the best. You know what I mean? Sometimes the hammer, it will just miss every enemy. It says it doesn't miss, but sometimes I'll hit the hammer and I think it has like a line of sight. So let's just drop the hammer again. So this is a build you can do just dropping hammers. Yeah, this is 100% an easy mode. Fucking animation canceling. Alright. Now let's see if they Control-Alt-Delete when I hit them with that straight temporal chains. Magnified effect. Heightened curse. Let us see if we can turn enemies off. I want to try it on a boss, but this game's bossing is dog shit. Okay. Okay. Not nearly as good. They have limitations on map monsters. So they are just as slowed with this as they were with my blasphemy curse. Oh. It shows the slow percent right on the enemies. Look at that. 50, but that's just from the curse, so it's not from my slow. So 54% is what they're being slowed by the curse. 60 on that bad boy. That's weird that they have different curse values. Okay, okay. Let's fuck these boys up. Oh, look at that. Look at your little jump, buddy. Oh, how cute. How precious. Kind of looks like Precious a little bit too, you know what I mean? I'm sure you guys are all probably too old to know what a Precious is anymore. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, it was 54%. Let's put that back in a blasphemy. I might as well just throw enfeeble in there as well. You know, I'm crazy. We don't need time of need. We don't need grim feast. Let's just do that. When you throw in heightened curse on a double curse system, uses way more spirit. So we got 78 down to 35. That is a lot more curse. I mean, a lot more spirit to apply that curse magnifier. 38%. So it is a pretty significant difference between having it as an aura and having it as... So you got 38% on those guys. And then we're going to finish up this test with a town portal. Yoink. A refund passive. Yoink. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I want to refund that one as well. Why not? And then let's go back in there. 31%. Alright. So when you use Blasphemy, it turns the curse into a curse aura. So aura effect, which there's only one node of aura effect. They really didn't like the fact that people used auras in POE 1. But the aura effect will increase your auras when they're in the form of Blasphemy. Hopefully this information was useful. I googled, I couldn't find like a good representation of slow magnitude, so I figured I would create it. And I think I didn't look that hard. Someone else probably did this already, but if not, there is the slow magnitude demo. To me, the Chronomancer is the most interesting and best class in Path of Exile. You might disagree if you play differently than me. Did you guys see they added jiggle physics? You know a game's good when they add jiggle physics. Like, do we need Booba jiggle in PoE? Of course we do. Of course we do. All we need is more zoom. More zoom and maybe some mods to give her back problems, like right here in the lower back, by making those melons the size of fucking trucks. But anyways, the Chronomancer is by far the best class. Anyone who says otherwise is sorely mistaken. This game is, in Path of Exile 1, they had a lot of problems that they were trying to solve, because they want to turn this game from an action role-playing game to a like Dark Souls roguelike. I might make a whole video on this. It's really hard because I don't have enough time to write a script, so it's just spitballing off of my head. There's a lot of red flags for me for Path of Exile 2. And one of the signs that they want to turn this into like a Dark Souls roguelike ARPG is they have gotten rid of a ton of defensive nodes in the Atlas skill, not the Atlas, in the skill tree. Just your skill tree. Most of the really good defensive nodes that were in PoE 1 are not in PoE 2. It's mostly offenses. So the ascendancies that I think will be the best in the long run, once they tune down and ban a bunch of the overpowered shit, are going to be the tanky ascendancies. And I think the Chronomancer is going to be one of the most popular skills once they nerf all the overpowered shit that kills the screen without you being touched. Because in Path of Exile 2, it seems like you're either alive or you're not. There's no good middle ground. Either you're getting one-shot dumpster fired or stun locked or some other shenanigans you didn't even see, or you're alive. So what most people are likely doing, and what I should probably do, is not focus anything on defense, because either you're alive or dead. It's a Boolean. And get rid of all of my defense and just go pure offense. But I'm a Chronomancer, and that's what Stormweavers do, right? Chronomancers are defensive. So I have been forcing myself to be defensive and using these Chronomancer defensive layers. But with the Chronomancer's 20% slow and the extreme boost to the recoup speed, including if you grab this recoup node, Chronomancer is hands down the most defensive character in the game. It's not even close. And I say that with pure ignorance of every other class because I have only played the Chronomancer. And I am saying this because, I think it's true. I have no evidence to suggest that it's true because I don't really remember what any of the other classes do. Because there's no way in hell I'm going to run through this campaign again. I'm not going to spend another, if I rushed it, 20 hours to run through that tedious campaign. So I will be a Chronomancer forever. So I am saying the Chronomancer is the best class because it's the only class I'm ever going to play until they fix the campaign and they make that sound bitch short. I mean, it's early access. Don't they want us to test characters and test builds? Why the fuck on early access is there not a campaign skip or a create character at level 70 button? Or at minimum, allow me to roll my fucking ascendancies. They could get rid of that shit later on, but it's not even early access. If we're being real, this is beta. This is alpha. We are testing alpha because either we're testing alpha or GGG is in some major design problems. Because if they tested Grim Feast and we're like, okay, yeah, this is fine. Doubling your energy shield while in maps for 30 spirit, totally okay, totally good. Not overpowered, not broken. I can't imagine a single person who has any game development experience running Grim Feast and saying this is fine. So the best option for us as gamers is that GGG literally did 20 minutes of testing, or they only tested the combat mechanics for bugs that crashed. Well, they didn't do that because apparently POE 2 is killing some people's computers. Not mine, but other people's apparently. I think it's probably a Windows problem. Windows 11 likely because Windows 11 is a piece of shit. But I can't imagine any developer developing Grim Feast and being like, oh, this is fine. This is fine. And there's been so many ultra easy to catch bugs that were not caught. And the only way that can happen is with very minimal to no playtesting. And just imagine an employee at GGG running through the campaign and then end game for all of the classes. If they had an employee that did that at GGG, he's likely still in the office in the corner on a noose because he killed himself instead of finishing that task. Because this campaign is so goddamn long and tedious and boring. The campaign is amazing if they got rid of the tedious, boring running and walking and backtracking. Sure, they added checkpoints, which I did not get to experience because I finished the campaign beforehand. Why am I going on this rant? Oh yeah, it's the holiday season and I just got out of work and I'm feeling pretty good. This was about slow. My rants on how they need to improve this game will likely come in a video later. I hope you enjoyed the slow test. I hope you hated the ranting because I was going to make this short and sweet, but I'm a fucking rambler, right? I love this game. It's a 10 out of 10. I have all these complaints about the game, but the game's still a 10 out of 10. And why is the game a 10 out of 10? Because it's better than every other ARPG. That's how I do my scaling, right? Because Diablo 4 did not elevate the genre, this is a 10 out of 10. This, in its alpha state, is currently better than than Diablo 4. I played through Diablo 4 campaign, I did in-game on Season 1, and it was vapid and not for me. It was like playing Uncharted, the ARPG version. I have big problems with games like Uncharted and Last of Us. I think their game mechanics are so outdated and so boring. Ever since playing Dark Souls, most of those games have just been completely fucking ruined for me. And it's ruined so many games. And Path of Exile 2 has done that for every other ARPG. With the AWSD controls, I'm not sure I can go back to any other ARPG that doesn't play and control like this. This is completely game changer. In Path of Exile 1, whenever I would play, I would always have visual problems. Because I had to follow where my cursor was, right? My eyes were on the cursor, but my eyes also had to be where my feet were to check if there was any bombs. And then my controlling was by the click, right? It was click control. So if I want to go over here, so let's say there's a bomb in front of me, I have to whip my mouse way over here. But with AWS, I don't even really need to look at my character anymore, or I don't even need to look at my mouse. My eyes are just able to see so much more with using my left hand to control things and my right hand to point my character. It is so good. It is so tight. It feels like I'm playing a Dark Souls game in ARPG form a lot of the time. I mean, obviously not when I slow down the whole game so I can just run through these clowns. Let's go execute some yellows, right? This is a great yellow hunting build. How I mean, I might as well hit him. I mean, I have no damage nodes on, so I really just wanted to kill yellows, but these guys are they're all gonna group around. I have no mana regen either. There's some yellows. Oh, that's right. It's Path of Exile 2. They forgot to add in the yellows or the bosses or any fun content. I say that after just calling it a 10 out of 10. It's got work, all right? They built a really fine template for a game. Now they just need some game engineers to actually develop a game here. This would be real good with Ignite Prolif, if that even exists in POE 2. I should have stayed in the map the whole... Oh, nope. Looks like a blue, but it's not a... I mean, it looks like a unique, but I can't even say the right goddamn word. It looks like a rare, but it's just a blue. I got you, blue. I'm gonna need way more AoE. I think I'm gonna do a dedicated big boy boom build, and I'm not gonna use fireball. I'm not gonna use any other skill. I'm just gonna use slowdown magnitude. And I'm going to group the enemies up just like this, and I'm going to drop the hammer on them. I might re-roll into that build right after this, because the end game for me has been completely boring. I'm trying to stack, trying to stack up enough just so I can run Breach, and the Breach node is so damn expensive. I can afford it now. I have no reason not to go buy a Breach Stone. I found a couple Divines. I can go buy a Breach Stone and put Breach in some maps if that allows me to put Breach in maps. But either way, I don't really like it. I don't really like the end game. I do love the combat though, so I need a reason to run the combat. And my favorite part, there's different players in Path of Exile, right? You have the try-hard, serious players that are like, this is a MLG Major League Gaming event. Alright, no one really likes those people. They're good because they find the meta builds, right? But, yeah, that's boring. Meta is boring. No one wants that shit. And then there's the hipster builds like me, who play... Well, I will never play a meta skill for multiple reasons. One, I'm never going to be able to optimize this game more so than the more serious players. So why would I make content that's like, this is the meta skill, this is the best build in the game, if I can't actually make the best build in the game? I can't do that. I work a full-time job. I have a life. I have a wife. This is not my job. There's no way I can compete. I can compete in making the best build in the game. But what I can do is test out unique interactions and make really cool builds with combos and all kinds of wacky shit. And that's actually where I get the most amount of enjoyment. Before I was making POE videos, I was making these weird, goofy builds and showing my wife, who doesn't give a fuck. And all my other friends are not losers. They do, like, outdoor things like hunting, fishing, playing basketball, talking to other humans. Fuck that noise, right? All my other friends are losers by being not losers. And I need some losers. And I ain't got no losers in my life. So that is why I started making YouTube videos. Because I want to talk about this shit to someone who might actually care about this shit. Instead of people who have no clue what I'm talking about when I'm like, yo, check out my Path of Exile build. And they're like, what the fuck's a Path of Exile? Aren't you 40-something? And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I can still play video games if I'm 40, you assholes. Anywho. I mostly just want to finish out this build, and you guys can see a little bit of this slow. Bonk. With my no damage, it's just so cozy. They really can't do anything, and it's pretty great. I mean, it is pretty great. Oh, we got another gold. We got another gold. Bonk. I really should pick up all those yellows, huh? I'm poor as fuck. Well, I'm gonna be. Have you not revealed where all the rares are yet? Come on, I've been in this map for like a year. Where are the rares? I wonder if I have to travel and complete a certain percentage of the map screen in order to see where all the rares are, because the map is not complete, right? And I did die in this map once, and I feel if I leave it uncompleted, that's just gonna be disrespectful. Z DPS in my experimental build. I got a Z DPS in this experimental build. Did I at least put my boots back on? Yeah, I did. There's a rumor that my boots were made specifically for walking. And then I started thinking, what the fuck else would boots be made for? I mean, I guess you can make shoes for running, or jogging, or hiking. But, I mean, they should also work for walking. What the fuck? Why is that dude all by himself? Way the fuck over here. How in the doggy donkey dick am I supposed to get over there? What in the fuck? I don't even know what's happening in this map. I mean, GGG's endgame solid. Doesn't need any work. Well, that might be why I did not complete this map. Because, you know, you can't complete this map. There's an elite all by himself. And I don't see how to get to him. He just, I mean, it's possible. There's a little nook over here. Nope, nope. Nope, nope, that little nook doesn't get there. This is actually not a terribly designed map. It obviously is designed to waste your time in like this hook, and in this hook, and in this hook. And then this is designed to waste your time, and then that's designed to waste your time. Like, there's still a bunch of time-wasting design in here. But it's not as egregious as most of the other maps. GGG's game philosophy is like coming a second time. You go a week without busting a nut, and you bust that nut, that's a glorious nut. But if you give yourself a 5-minute refraction time to bust a second nut, that second nut is not going to be as good as that first nut. Sure, it's going to take you a lot longer to get to that second nut. You're going to be flopping that wang dang doodle for 2 times as long. So you're going to have like a 2-minute excursion instead of a 1-minute excursion. But is that really going to be a better 2 minutes? Is longer always better? Or do you want it short and thick? You want a little chode. To me, the short and thick is always great, right? I mean, don't waste my time with backtracking or forcing me to find every rare enemy in the map to complete the map and then hide them where I can't get them. At least it doesn't have the dog shit Diablo 4 crawl button to try to get to that elite. Maybe I can hit him with some fireballs. What's up, buddy? Come down here. Let's fight. I want to fight. Fucking coward. Maybe I slowed him. I accidentally hit him with the slow curse and he just can't move. He can't stop, he won't stop. Or maybe this is a secret boss. Like, it'd be cool if they added secrets in here. But I think they just made something to auto-generate all these maps in the most lazy game design possible. Alright, we're done here. Ooh, I want that gold. Look at that gold. That's some thick-ass gold, boy. We're done here. I will check you guys later. I hope that this was informative. Maybe not the slow part, but the double net combo I think is real important. Because when you build up your semen for an entire week and you blow that shit, it's transformative. But if you blow it again, it just takes much longer and it's nowhere near as good. So you don't want to delude your good gameplay. You don't want to hide your best gameplay behind tedious dog shit. Because no matter how good your gameplay is, you're always going to be sad that you have to eat a bar of dog shit before getting to that good game. So hopefully it's not GGG's design philosophy to have that dog shit built into the game so that you always have to eat dog shit before you get to go fight a boss. Like, you got to do like 5 dog shit maps that are long and tedious and not very fun before you fight a boss that is actually fun. And don't even get me fucking started. I just fought the final Sanctum boss for the first time, and I got to a phase where it slowed me down and I had no fucking clue what to do, so I just stood there and died. Dark Souls, that's okay. It's okay to put a hard boss in Dark Souls because there's a checkpoint. You run in, you die to the boss, you figure out what the fuck you gotta do, and then you refight that boss. But to put that level of a boss behind like a 30-minute Sanctum run, where you do 30 minutes of bullshit. I actually kind of like Sanctum. I think it's a lot of fun. But either way, for the intensity of the argument, you do 30 minutes of fucking bullshit to get to a boss that's gonna kill you with some fucking bullshit. I'm gonna Google how to beat this boss because I will lose my fucking mind if I run through 4 layers of Sanctum to get to this dog shit boss again and it just stops the clock and I just sit there. I don't know what the fuck to do. Someone on my Discord said you gotta collect some balls or some shit. I was just diddling my thumbs. I thought he was going to like go away and come back for phase 2. I didn't realize I had to do some shit. Anyways. I'm Ranty. I'm out. Check you later. That's slow.